Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On YouTube, on Facebook, my friends on Facebook, House of Nona, my subscribers, and everybody, and I mean everybody, watching this live right now on Twitch TV. It is the D to the O to the U to the G, y'all. And I'm here once again for my Week 3 predictions. Now, Week 2, I won 8-8. Yeah. For the season, I am 18-14, but before we get to the recap, before I hand out my awards, I gotta do something I promised a buddy of mine who, if Cleveland won, I would do this. But first, I gotta take a drink of Botch root beer. Remember, root beer, it's good for you and nutritious. So let me take my drink. Root beer, it's great. And of course, here we go. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. All this energy calling me back where it comes from. It's such a crude attitude. It's back where it belongs. All the little kids going up on the skids go Cleveland rocks, Cleveland rocks. Jumping Gene Dean and Moon and James Dean go Cleveland rocks, 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 yeah. Mama knows but she don't care. She's got her worries too. 7 kids and a pony on fair, and the rent is due. All the little chicks with the cribs and lips go Cleveland rocks, Cleveland rocks. She's living in sin with a safety pin go Cleveland rocks, 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 Cleveland rocks. And that is done because I'm not singing no more, but I kept my word. Now heading to the recap time. On Thursday of week 2, the Baltimore Ravens, who I had losing, beat the holy fuck out of the Pittsburgh Steelers 26-6. Pittsburgh looked like a joke in that game to the point it was not even funny. It was sad, it was wrong, it kind of was disgusting how bad the Ravens beat them. Moving on to Sunday, my Dallas Cowboys were able to bounce back from that humiliating loss at home and defeated the Titans 26-10. Then we head to Buffalo. The Bills defeated the Dolphins 29-10, giving Bills first place in their division. Moving on to the Washington Redskins taking on the Jaguars. RG3 got hurt. By the way, I find it ironic. After that, they showed a commercial for Subway. I'm sorry. I'm not going to eat at Subway because I don't trust RG3. Because if whatever he's eating at Subway, I don't want to end up injured. But Kirk Cousins comes in and destroys the Jaguars 41-10. And hey, Greg, now you can heal me. Bite me. Moving on to New York City. It is the Arizona Cardinals defeating the Giants 25-14. Giants showing why they suck. The Patriots defeated the Vikings, who did not have Adrian Peterson, 30-7. Vikings would have been better off if they stayed home. Oh wait, it was a home game. Moving to Cleveland, as you just heard at the opening why I had to sing, the Browns beat the Saints 26-24, and the Saints, I'm going to get back to you, New York, later. Moving on, the Cincinnati Bengals defeated the Falcons 24-10, making Atlanta look like a clown. The Panthers went straight up Donkey Kong on Detroit 24-7. The Rams defeated the Buccaneers 19-7. Even though there was some controversy in this one. This one, I do not agree with the controversy somewhat. Why, yes, the receiver was hurt, but we'll state if there was an injury during the last 2 minutes, 10-second runoff. So yes, why it was a painful loss. I can't say the Rams didn't win this one fairly. I mean, they did. I mean, this one was in the rule book on this one, a rule that actually somewhat needs to be fixed, in my opinion. But that's another day. But congratulations to the Rams on the first one of the year. Moving on, San Diego defeated Seattle 30-21, but this should have not been the final score. As many of you know, the Seahawks got a touchdown that should have not have been. I mean, even Stevie Wonder, who can't see for shit, was like, Man, I'm blind, and even I could have told you that wasn't a touchdown, ref. He stepped out of bounds, y'all. Now, if you need me, I'm going to play my piano. So that technically should be 30-14, but whatever. Refs make mistakes, but apparently fans don't care as long as their team wins. Moving on, the Houston Texans. Good God, Miss Molly. They beat the holy fuck out of Oakland, 30-14. J.J. Watt got a touchdown, and oh boy, you know he's looking forward to Week 3. Packers beat the Jets, 31-24, thanks to the Jets proving that their coaches are a bunch of idiots. Why the fuck would you call it? Because if it wasn't for the timeout, guess what? That game would have went into overtime. So that person who called the timeout better be fucking thankful I'm not the head coach, because I would have said, yeah, your ass is not getting on the plane. I'm sending your ass the fuck home on the road. Moving on. The Broncos were able for the second week in a row to hold off a comeback and beat the Chiefs 24-17. The 49ers, who looked poised to win the first game in their new stadium, fucked up in the second half, and Chicago wins the game 28-20 after getting an unanswered 21 points in the fourth quarter. And then, of course, Monday night, Eagles defeated the Colts. A lot of controversy here. The refs completely botched this game to the point to where I think it's a tainted win. Even if the Colts would have won, I would have said tainted win there. I hate it when the refs screw to the point where it takes the excitement out of the game for me. So the NFL refs this week, you get a big fat F, as in fuck you. Now, moving on to the awards, most surprising win slash upset of the week goes to Cleveland beating the Saints. Nobody except for people who went for the underdog pick, upset pick, and pretty much meant it as a joke, probably. Yeah. Cleveland probably also cost a lot of people in the picks who do the picks pool where you have to suicide pools. Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of people not happy with this. But hey, Saints, guess what? You and the New York Giants also win an award together. Worst team of the fucking week. Particularly on the Saints, it is their defense. My God, 2 weeks in a row, the Saints could have won the game. And the Saints defense blows it badly to the point where it was like, damn, is that a football team or is that Paris Hilton sucking somebody's dick? I'm sorry, and if you don't like my foul language, that's fine. Freedom of speech. Deal with it. So as for the Giants, their whole offense sucks. The defense sucks. Eli Manning showing why he's probably going to set the record for most picks in a career at this point. And Arizona, congratulations to you guys going 2-0, but damn. Now, of course, one more award to hand out. Rising Star, maybe. And that, of course, is going to Kirk Cousins of the Redskins, who did have a great game. 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 22 for 33. But because it's against the Jaguars, I add that question mark. And I really get tired of that when it says, your friend has joined a party when you're doing a video. Another story, though. I am telling you, like I said, Kirk Cousins, you did do well, but it's against the Jaguars, though, man. The Jags. Come on. Seriously. Now with that out of the way, let's get to these games this week. We start off on Thursday night on NBC. No kidding. On CBS. It is the Atlanta Falcons staying at home, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on this one. I'm taking Atlanta on this one. I think they will bounce back and have a great game here. I think Tampa Bay, you played very good-ish. I just think, though, you're missing some key pieces to help you. Short week, though, because both these teams played on Sunday, but Atlanta's getting home, so it should be interesting to see what happens there. Atlanta should win this game, but it's the injuries that may hurt them. Moving on, it is the San Diego Chargers. Stay classy, San Diego, as you take on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Now, the Bills were 2-0, which surprised a lot of people, and I'm going to say this. God bloody hell, I wish fans would stop joining parties when I'm doing videos. I'm taking the Bills on this one. I think they are the Cinderella story right now. Because during the offseason, we know they lost their owner. We didn't know who was going to take over. We all thought they were going to be going to Canada. But They're getting to stay in Buffalo, it looks like, which is good for the NFL. And I think if the Bills can keep this up, get somewhat of a good season, I think that would be a great thing for the NFL and a great thing for the Buffalo Bills organization. Bills should win this one. I hope they win. San Diego, stay classy. Moving on. Time to piss off two friends of mine. One, of course, is Captain Ron, and, of course, my one buddy who's probably watching this live, Greg. Yeah, it is my Dallas Cowboys, yeah. Woo! Traveling to St. Louis to take on the Rams. Now, the Rams in the last two games looked like they got killed in one and beat Tampa Bay by the skin of their teeth. Dallas got killed by San Francisco and then destroyed the Titans. Now, I'm taking, of course, everybody knows me. I am taking the Cowboys on this one. It's my team. I don't pick my team to lose. I don't think my two buddies who are Ram fans, I don't think they're taking Dallas as well. They're going to take their team to win as well. So I'm taking Dallas. And Dallas, if you want to win this game, I said it last week, I'll say it again. And I even think Troy Aikman said it. For the love of God, run the fucking ball. Again, run the ball. It's actually a good thing. Particularly if Tony Romo's back. Run the ball. You should win this game. If you pass like a bunch of idiots like you did in week 1, I would not be watching the fourth quarter of this game. Moving on, we head to Philadelphia, where it's the Eagles at home taking on the Redskins. Now, this was a tough pick for me. Excuse me, gotta take a drink. This was a tough pick for me right here, in my humble opinion. Because if RG3 would have been playing, I would have took the Eagles hands down. But Kirk Cousins may mess with the Eagles defense a little bit because, let's be honest, when you're going from a quarterback who runs a lot facing to now going against a QB who's known for who stays in the pocket a lot, it switches up your strategy. So, I'm still taking Philadelphia. I think this game depends on how their defense handles Kirk Cousins, and yes, it is a short week for Philadelphia. Keep that in mind. But I think their defense has to step up on this game. Because if Kirk Cousins wins this, I think RG3 will be like celebrating out loud, but in his head, RG3 is going to be like, damn it, I just lost my job. Again, my opinion. Moving on to New York. Fuck! It's the Houston Texans taking on the Giants. I'm taking the Houston Texans. This is my lock of the week. I'm sorry. Texans have looked good in the last two games. Redskins and, of course, the Raiders. Granted, with the Raiders, anybody could do that. But the Giants have looked terrible in the last two games. I mean, terrible. I don't trust the Giants' defense at all, I think. And God knows the offense for the Giants suck. I think I've seen porn stars suck better. I think J.J. Watt's going to have a big game. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a few interceptions, gets a few sacks. Giants fans, this may be one game that you may not want to watch, but for the rest of us, it's the definition of a train wreck. It's so bad, but you can't look away. You want to see the bloody murder of it. Moving on to, oh boy, New Orleans Saints are at home taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Now, of course, the Vikings will have Adrian Peterson back this week, which I am okay with. He has not been proven guilty yet, folks. So don't even say I'm being an evil person here. He's not been proven guilty. So shut up on that. This is football. Now, while yes, the Vikings have the advantage with Adrian fucking Peterson, a great running back, I should say. The thing is here is if you're taking the Vikings, you're pretty much saying the Saints defense sucks. And of course, as you know, I took the Saints in the last two games. Boy, did that screw me over. But for some reason, I don't know why, I don't think Drew Brees is going to lose 3 times in a row. So I'm taking the Saints, and I'm saying this right now, and you can quote me. If the Saints lose again, and it's because of their defense, I think their defensive coordinator is going to be hearing the na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, hey, 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 get the fuck out of here. Moving to Cincinnati in WKRP, Cincinnati. It would be the Tennessee Titans taking the Bengals on. I am taking Cincinnati. The Bengals have been looking like a great team the last 2 weeks. I love what they've been doing on defense. I've been Like I've said, I've been a big fan of Andy Dalton. He's doing his job. Granted, the Bengals may have a little bit of receiver issues right now because of their injuries, but I think they can get past Tennessee at home this week. So Bengals win this game. Moving on, Baltimore versus Cleveland. A few weeks ago, before the season started, I probably would have said Ravens win this one easily. However, things have changed. Cleveland in the last 2 games, while yes, offensively looked great, defensively have sucked. You know, Glenn, you could make a case they technically could be 2-0 if their defense was better. And that is true. But for me, in this one, I think it comes down to defense. And, you know, I think both of them are not that great. I think the Ravens are just a little better on the defense. So I think Ravens will win this one in a close game. It may just be one of the better early games of Week 3. Maybe the best early game we get. Again, my opinion on that one, I'm sure everyone else is going to differ. But should be a good game. And if Cleveland wins this one, I can't say we're surprised now because they beat the Saints. So it's going to be interesting. Moving on to Detroit, the Lions, who will be taking on Green Bay. Again, another game to which, to me, it comes down to defense. While the Lions' defense looked great in Week 1, their defense kind of fell off the mountain in Week 2. While the Packers' defense have been suck at best. Now, granted, Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but I do not think you can count on him to win you the game every week. So I got to take Detroit on this one. I like their defense a little better. For Green Bay, if I'm them, you may want to go play some Donkey Kong in the arcades to get ready, because I'm sure that's how Cam Newton got ready for Week 2. Moving on, it is the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars have looked like crap. I mean, I've seen better. I'm trying to think of a joke here because the jokes are so dull. Superman 64 is better than the Jacksonville Jaguars. Shaq Fu is better than Jacksonville, okay? I'm taking the Colts. This should be the bounce back game for them. So good luck, Colts. You shouldn't need luck on this one because, as far as I'm concerned, my buddy Greg could go in there and beat Jacksonville. That's how bad Jacksonville is. And hey, Greg, there you go. There's your shout out again for the week. Moving on. It is the Oakland Raiders versus the New England Patriots. Why, yes, in Madden, they would win. Because I'm controlling the Oakland Raiders because that's who I'm quarterback on. But in real life, Oakland sucks. I can't say I'm being mean because your own receiver for Oakland said you suck. So I'm taking the Patriots. Patriots win this one easily. If Patriots blow it against Oakland, I can see what's going to happen. Tom Brady's going to cry like a bitch. And Bill Belichick's gonna smack somebody. Which would be freaking hilarious, actually. But I'm taking New England. Moving on, we head to Arizona where the 49ers will take on the Cardinals. Cardinals have looked pretty good. They're 2-0 right now. San Francisco's 1-1 coming off that heartbreaking loss on their new stadium. And unfortunately, I think it's going to continue. As I have the Cardinals at home beating the 49ers. I think defensively, Arizona's a little better. We saw that in the last game with the 49ers. Arizona is my pick to win this game. Well, I agree, Greg. Of course, you can't see the comments because I have them off. But Greg just said, him and I could beat the Jaguars. Yes, we could. But like I said, I'm taking the Cardinals on this one. They're at home. Good defense. Pretty good offense. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald, come on. So, go Cardinals. Moving on, the rematch. The set of the score. It is the Denver Broncos looking for revenge and payback from the Super Bowl. But they got to do it in Seattle against the Seahawks. And the Seahawks are a mighty fine home team. And oh, my brothers and sisters, you better testify that the 12th man will illuminate the win. Seattle wins this game in a close matchup. Moving on, Kansas City take on the Miami Dolphins, and this is my upset pick of the week. I'm taking Kansas City to beat Miami. I think Kansas City bounces back, goes to 1-2. You know, yes, there are a few questions with the running game right now, but I don't trust Miami. I trusted them last week, and it blew me in the face. So hopefully does not happen this week. I got Kansas City. But the Sunday night game, which, by the way, yes, I will be doing my WWE Night of Champions pay-per-view picks Thursday. Oh, Friday, one of the two. The Steelers travel to North Carolina to take on the Panthers. I'm taking the Panthers on this one. The 2-0. Steelers look like a train wreck to the point where I don't even think Paris Hilton would touch them. As a matter of fact, let me just tell you 5 things that are better than Pittsburgh Steelers defense at this point. And offense. Number 5, Paris Hilton. Number 4, Shaq Fu. Number 3, War Gods. Number 2, the Chicago Cubs. And number 1, the Boston Red Sox. No, that's not even gonna. No, number 1, the Philadelphia 76ers are better than Pittsburgh. Panthers win at home. Final game, Monday night game. It is the Bears taking on the Jets. Now, of course, both teams are 1-1. It's going to be interesting, this one. I think we're going to get a good Monday night game here again. Hopefully the refs won't botch it. I'm taking Chicago on this one. I trust their defense. Again, key word here in some of these games. Defense. Now, the big question would be on this. If the Jets can actually do anything on offense quickly. Well, and I only say that because of this. Look what the fuck happened with the Packers. They almost won the game, but tied the game, but the Jets screwed up. One of the people called the timeout. But I'm taking Chicago. I trust the defense, and I kind of trust their quarterback a little bit more than Geno Smith. But again, my humble opinion. And remember, if you're watching On the Champions, you can get it for $9.99 on the network. Shameless plug, I know. But for the recap, my picks are as followed. The Falcons, the Bills, the Cowboys, Eagles, Texans, Saints, Bengals, Ravens, the Lions, the Colts, the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, the Panthers, and the Bears. I'm getting a W this week. Let me know what you think. Do you agree or excuse me? Do you agree or disagree with my predictions? Let me know in the comments below on YouTube. And until week 4, oh, of course, any other time this week, I will see you next time. Have a great day. Enjoy your week. Good luck to your teams this week. And I will see you on another day, in another time, in another place. Woo!